Welcome back to the channel, y'all. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on Hot Topics TV / Brainflow TV. This story about Tanda God and how Tanda God lost her life, and then the person who took her life being caught by the police and put in custody is what we're going to talk about. I know we're a little late on the story, but maybe you never heard this twist of it before. So I'll be the first one to say this. I don't remember what podcast I was watching, what interview Tanda God was on, but a lot of people who saw it will agree with me that when she had that tombstone looking thing up there on the stage where she was promoting her latest mixtape or whatever, them words that she said about pissing families off and they ain't gonna do shit anyways, man, listen, I don't know if karma spun the block, or I don't know if it was a family member's homie that spun the block, or what the case was. But something spun the block on her, and she was dead in no time. So, there she was. She's a female rapper and entrepreneur from Oakland, and she was shot and killed just a few months after she dropped a mixtape. Now, after she dropped her mixtape, she had went on a media tour, out doing all the interviews and promos and whatnot. But while she was out there doing that, I don't know if she was trying to drum up some publicity for her latest project, because publicity sells, right? Sex, money, and murder sells. It's sad, but it's true. So here she was, bragging about killing her ex-boyfriend, whom she said was an abusive boyfriend, and she had to, hit him with the blicky. Tanda God was 27 years old. She was gunned down on Saturday, July 13th, around 5 p.m. after she had a meet and greet and a grand opening of the historic Glamour Beauty Supply and Telegraph Avenue. According to, this is her store. She is supposed to be opening or grand reopening of her own beauty supply store, right? And she is in her store, feeling accomplished at 27 years old. You opening a brick and mortar business. It's about to do good and whatnot. You just drop a mixtape, so your music is out here doing something for you as well. Your name's ringing bells in the industry. You're getting somewhere in life, right? Right. She published her whereabouts. It's just like you having a party. She published her whereabouts on social media about the meet and greet that she was supposed to have at the opening or reopening of Glamour Beauty Supply, which was on Telegraph Avenue. Now, everybody knows that's where you're going to be. So if they want to get to you, they could get to you easily. Man. But I don't think that she thought she had enemies like that. Her real name is Aliana Green. She's known as a Bay Area MC. And she shared a video with her thousands of followers on Instagram right before her death. And in that video, she seemed to, she's having a great time. According to reports, she was shot after she got into a verbal altercation at the meet and greet with a separate individual who was not the shooter. The separate individual was somebody else she was arguing with. They didn't even say if it was a female or if it's a male she was arguing with. But one person said the person she was arguing with was a male. And that male was talking about the things that she said on her interview, where she was saying she pissing families off and they ain't gonna do shit about it anyways. We'll get into that though in a second. The details of exactly what she said and where it took place, right? She was performing there at this beauty supply reopening event. And, you know, she was performing there, and a guy with a hoodie on walks in through that gate and just started shooting. That's what one eyewitness said in an interview with KTVU. The eyewitness, said he was definitely targeting her and just her, because I saw it. He was shooting, but he wasn't shooting at anybody else. He was aiming straight for her. A second person who was there was shot. Not just Tanda God, but Tanda God was the only one who didn't survive. Now, her murder follows 8 months or so after she just dropped her mixtape. And her mixtape was called X Woodpack. X Woodpack, in which her fans believe that she was talking about killing her abusive ex-boyfriend who was murdered in 2023. This is where I got confused at, because I was watching the interview and I'm like, did she kill her ex-boyfriend, or did she have somebody kill him, or does she know something about it, or maybe she just saying this to sell her mixtape? Which one is it? Now, the cover art on the mixtape features a photo of her and the boyfriend who got killed in 2023 together, but his head is replaced with a backwood blunt. So she's smoking on his pack. You get it now? And then the lyrics that was used, and the things that she said, quote unquote, bitch got ran down off of the principle. That shit is inadmissible. That nigga ain't gonna never get a call again. This what she was rapping. It's a track that called He Say I'm Cold. She also doubled down on her stance in the interviews. Somebody asked her, what you saying? You like took him out? You know what I'm saying? You did that? In one clip, while sitting next to a tombstone that reads R.I.P. Here lies my ex, Tanda God continued her taunts. Quote unquote, she said, you should have never played with me, cause then I got to take it to the 3rd degree. I got this to be extra fucking childish, making families mad. While she was pointing to the tombstone, she said, I got this to be extra fucking childish, making families mad. Oh well, cause they ain't gonna do shit about it. Now you imagine, right? Somebody kill your brother, your blood brother or your sister, your family member, your kinfolk, your loved one. And then they on TV bragging about how they killed your loved one. And then on top of that saying they got this tombstone right here just to be fucking childish. Pissing families off. They talking about your family. And then they said, oh well, cause you ain't gonna do shit about it anyways. Now if this is real, I was already saying, damn, she must either got a lot of shooters around her, or she knows something I don't know, cause anybody could get touched. So for her to be saying they ain't gonna do shit about it, I'm guessing he must have come from a family of soft ass people who they not about that life. But if they were, then more than likely repercussion was coming. And that's what I thought as soon as she said it. Oh well, cause they ain't gonna do shit about it. This is what she said during the interview clip. And that was reposted by other users on X. You know, X used to be Twitter. Matter of fact, I got to smoke on his dead motherfucking ass as we speak. I said, wow. So this girl either really about that life and out here tripping, or something is off. This gotta all be fake. That's the thing. Like, she said, that's the thing. Like, dead ass, nigga, you dead. Tanda God laughingly exclaims in a separate interview. Now, when the interviewer asked her if she meant literally or figuratively, she said she was told not to talk about it, but chose to talk about it anyways. They asked her, did you really kill somebody? Or you just, I mean, you smoking on a pack and you saying, that's the thing, like, dead ass nigga, you dead. Is it figuratively, like, somebody break up from somebody and they're like, you dead to me? Or you mean like he dead for real dead? Well, she said they instructed her not to talk about it, but she gonna talk about it anyways. And then she went on to say, quote unquote, fuck them. Sometimes you really don't have a choice. Like, I know females that never had a choice. They was just dude popping up and threatening the whole family. You threatening my people. Everybody gonna die. Oh, is we? You gotta take them out. And it just is what it is. So in other words, what I got from that is, ex-boyfriend was a little bit crazy. He popped up threatening her whole family. Bitch, I'm gonna kill you and kill your whole family. And she's like, oh, really? So my whole family gonna die? Okay. All right. Boom. We taking you out. Right? Some fans are saying her slaying is like retaliation, or it's like karma for all the things that she said about her ex. However, no evidence has been found to confirm that she killed an ex in 2023 and that she was responsible for his death. And man, listen, this to me is kind of like how Julio Fulio went out. Julio Fulio spoke a lot about murder, killing, shooting at the ops, all that, smoking on a pack. But there was no record of him being in these streets, toting iron, gunning anybody down. Even when Julio Fulio got shot up, his stories were of him running to save his life, hiding under a vehicle, crawling bloody to somebody's door, knocking on the door. I think in one interview he said one time he had to shoot his way out of a situation. But Julio Fulio didn't have none of that. So I'm thinking maybe Tanda God didn't do it, but was bragging on something, and it caught up to her anyways. Now, some fans are saying her slaying is likely retaliation, but we can't find the proof that she did anything to be retaliated against. You know what I'm saying? The cover art is nothing short of what we call diabolical. One user on X, which used to be Twitter, said about the mixtape. Somebody said she is literally asking for something bad to happen to her, man, by taunting a family and the close persons to that person that she put down. Oh my God, we expecting something to happen. Tanda God's family, however, says that her song was about her ex, but it was merely a diss track for clout. They don't know nothing about any ex getting killed. Her ex is still alive. They don't know anything about her being caught up in any of that situation. And again, I say, now that her family is confirming that it was just a diss track for clout, I'm thinking she died over clout. Or there was something else to this. At this event, the reopening of this beauty supply store, I don't even know if it's her beauty supply store. I think she was just booked to perform at the beauty supply store, right? At first, I was like 27 years old, highly accomplished. The beauty supply store has been in that location forever. It's a historic landmark. And I'm thinking she purchased it and reopened it. But I don't know if the details for that is true either. Just like how I'm not sure if the details about her ex and her killing her ex is true until now after her death her family is saying that's not true. It was just a diss track for clout. She was trying to blow up. You know, this generation, man, it's like people will lose their whole life and give up their whole life and get out in public and say and do some crazy stuff for clout. Clout is like that drug. But you can't blame a lot of people because clout changes lives too. It's a flip side to it. There's a good side and a bad side to it. It's a blessing and a curse, you know? Some people get clout, and with the clout came a lot of fame, and with a lot of fame came money. And with the money, they were able to change their life and their people's life. And then you got some people who get a lot of clout, and it only brought death closer to them. Now, fellow Oakland rapper, Mr. Fab. If you don't know Mr. Fab, then you don't know nothing about Oakland rapping. Fellow Oakland rapper, Mr. Fab, he paid tribute to Tanda God on social media. He said, quote unquote, "The violence is beyond understanding. The hurt, the pain, the trauma has made a forever lasting impact at Tanda God." He also said he was supposed to be at that event, standing right where Tanda God was standing, but he just didn't show up. He didn't make it. So I'm thinking, could this have been a situation where he was advertised to be there and somebody wanted it with him and it wasn't really about her? Now I'm really confused. But the good side about all this is, out of this tragedy, a man had been arrested following the shooting death of Tanda God. His name is Dominic Gates. He's 30 years old, and he was arrested on July 18th, shortly after she got killed. He was booked with a murder charge from the Alameda County District Attorney's Office. He has also been charged with assault with a firearm, shooting at an inhabited building. That means the building had people in it. And then shooting at a vehicle and shooting at an uninhabited dwelling and vehicle as well. So I guess he was shooting at empty buildings, building with people in it, empty cars, cars with people in it. I don't know how many shots he let off out there. But I remember somebody from across the street said they heard the gunshots, and at first they thought, that must be a part of the music, because the music was playing pretty loud. Then they put some sound effects, gunshot sound effects in the music. But then it went off beat. And then they were like, okay, everybody is running for cover. It ain't in the music. Gates, who is also a rapper, he's known as BNC4 Nero. BNC4 Nero. I don't know what the hell that means, but you know, it's a new age, new day. Rappers got different names nowadays. He got 3 previous felony convictions, including a conviction for pimping a young girl who was between the ages of 16 and 17 when he did his pimping down on her. He was promoted. Now, we all know already she was out there promoting her mixtape and, you know, lost her life at that situation. Listen, I may not have all the angles to this, but if you do, and you know of any other development, drop a comment in the comment section below under this video so we could all be on the same page and get the same understanding of what really happened to Tanda God. Man, may she rest in peace. I have a feeling that Shorty didn't do nothing to nobody. I have a feeling that maybe, just maybe, Gates, or BNC Fornero, was actually her man and her ex. And he probably seen her blowing up and nobody knows him. I don't know. I'll catch y'all on the next video though. It's BrainFlow TV / Hot Topics TV. You already know. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.